Hello everyone, I am the Viking General, and this is the 11th episode in the Legendary Date Let's Play campaign. Now, last time we left off at the precipice of a very interesting battle, I think, at least I hope so. We haven't seen one in quite a while. We are besieging a province of the Hojo. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name anymore. The garrison, the fortress is garrisoned by a stock garrison. However, we will have they will have reinforcements coming in, probably from the side which we are standing right now. Since on the campaign map, we in the top right corner, I'm going to show where we attacked from. We attacked from the east, and the reinforcements stood on the south. Or basically on the north. The map is inverted. This is south, this is north. Kind of weird how they chose to implement it this way. Anyway, so they might show up from behind us. But knowing the game, they might also show up at another map. Now, the reinforcing army is weaker than our army right here. However, it will be very important to catch them before they manage to enter the safety of their castle. So let's see, let's hope that we will be able to catch them before they actually get in. And to do so, I think we will split our army a little bit in two. So we'll be able to react to both sides being having an enemy there. So we will have a slightly split army. Then again, we'll probably want to move as a whole. But this should give us a little bit of extra distance either way. And hopefully our cavalry will be able to intercept them. So let's see where they are coming from. So we do not have the map anymore, because this is, of course, on a legendary difficulty. So we have battle realism enabled. So we have to use our own eyes to figure out where the enemy is coming from. I really hope I do not miss it, and everyone who's watching it is clearly seeing the enemy just screaming at me right now. So far, I am unable to see any sign of reinforcements. Although, since it's also on legendary difficulty, or basically battle realism mode, units will be invisible if they are a certain distance away. So I am getting a little bit, well, not panicked, but it's not good that we are not able to see the reinforcements, or find the reinforcements, I should say. I realize I shouldn't have used my general, because there they are. Okay. Seems like they aren't moving. They are moving. No, wait, my general's moving. No, they are moving quite slowly, but steadily. They might go for either gate, so let's move up our army fast. It will tire them out a bit, but it's better to fight the enemy in pieces or in bits, because we will try to hack them in pieces instead of, you know, fighting them all inside here. So sadly, it is our general who discovered them, because I do not want to risk baiting enemy troops. I will fast forward a bit now, because we're just waiting and maneuvering. This is a quite open, clear open space. Although the enemy will have archers on the walls probably, but I think they. Oh, okay, those are on the second tier, and if they stay there, that's pretty close. Don't do that, please. If they stay on this side, that would be very useful. If they come down, then it might be a problem. But I think no, they're making. I think they will make it into the castle gate. At least the general will. At least their general will definitely be able to make it. I want to try to keep our Nodachi as safe as possible from enemy fire. I think I completely forgot to move him, yeah. So, alright, we have our... that is very, very spicy indeed, leaving their archers vulnerable like this. Melee troops getting inside isn't too big of a deal. I mean, it's still, well, let's say, undesirable. Come on, please. Thank you. So let's get some extra charge. Oh, there. Nice. They broke. And we are tearing into their archers over here. Our archers are moving up too far. And are pretty much out of position. Let's get our Nodachi Samurai involved. I think they realized their mistake, but it's a little too late to fix it. Yeah, their archers are staying put, which suits us just fine. Let's go get some killing done. This has been a very successful interception. Quite close, but we made it. So our cavalry is quite damaged, but that is completely fine. Let's not waste any more ammo on these units and risk shooting our own troops, because that is pretty much happening right now. So let's stop it. So these are samurai, that's why it's taking so long. But they are very tired Nodachi units. Let's see our cavalry. I'm trying to find the enemy units. We're both blue, so it's a bit hard to see. The frames aren't helping either. So there's a lot of movement on the walls here. So they do have Ikkyo. Oh, alright. For some reason they have a Ikko Ikibo Ashigaru unit. I can't exactly remember where that could come from. But we did very well. Indeed. Very, very lucky that these units didn't move. Let's see. Yeah, the game is kind of chugging a little bit. I mean, I do have the settings on maximum, and there are quite a lot of bodies down here. And since we have to wait anyway for our stamina to refill, since we are all completely tired, might as well take some look at the success. So this unit probably only chased down routed units. Still, those are some nice numbers in the kill board. 200, very nice. Also 200. He's probably 0. Let's see, some nice numbers there on the area Ashigaru. Also on our cavalry. And our bowmen, not so much, but their job wasn't the army outside, their job is the army, basically this army right here. Now, last time, I mentioned that it might be possible to try and do a sneak attack through. That's pretty hard to see, but this is a pretty forested hill that leads straight into this gate. The problem is there is an archery tower here that will probably shoot us to bits. But the upside is that the upper plaza is generally it's pretty much unprotected right now. And I think I will just try to launch a normal attack through this pass here. We might get another fire from this archery tower, so I hope that won't happen. So let's keep these units here. Although it might also just be... No, I would say it might also just be sensible to burn down this gate and get over here, but I think that will trigger these archers to move. And we do not want to aggravate them at this point. I think I should try to keep this massacre off my screen as much as possible to keep the frame rates as high as possible. Alright, these units will be able to do... Let's leave a single pretty intact unit. And let's get started on moving our units through this small pass here. Definitely want to get our Nodachi Samurai involved as well, and as well as our Yari Samurai. I think our general could go with them. I'm not concerned about these Data Samurai, but these Yari Ashigaru might still rout if they face some stiff opposition on this side. But they completely abandoned the upper area. And they are moving their bow units, so let's make sure we focus fire. So we managed to take down a decent number of them before they reached the walls. That would be very nice, although we are probably crowding them a little bit too much. Yeah. Please just fire at them. I'm quite scared of this unit, actually. Yeah. They're quite safe from this angle. And I think moving up troops right now is not... let's just burn down the gate. I mean, I would love to take it without any casualties, but right now it's pretty obvious we're pretty much stuck here. And we might be able to climb up here and then just immediately try to climb up here as well. We will definitely lose quite a lot of samurai to this tower. We can also climb directly up. Ooh. Probably have seen that sooner, but still can chase them. This entire blob run. Okay, they are able to fire in their backs. We burn down the gate. This unit is getting slaughtered. Let's try to get it into a sort of safe position, but if it dies, it dies. Let's put it in and get it inside the gate. I'm not quite sure, but in most Total War games, actually capping the plaza also gives a big morale penalty to the defenders. And since they're not in the upper ring here, they actually are able to route. So we're not having to deal with basically unroutable units. Since they are not opposing our Yari here, let's just attack the archers here. Especially since these two units are getting slaughtered. The general is fine. I might cause a few small ruckus here, but let's say we're just lucky that the AI decided to make such a big mistake. But these are wavering at this point, broken. That is quite unfortunate because then, yeah, sad. I think our archers are basically killing most of our own units at this point. Yeah, now they're retreating up here. We do have some units here, so let's capture this tower. I have no idea what this unit is doing, but... Oh, it's up there. That's fine. So if you're able to cap the tower with like 2 units, that would be very nice. And... we have captured the tower. Sadly, these guys will now fight to the death. Because we haven't been able to prevent them from entering. But if we are able to capture this, then we might be able to get some retrieval. This is very useful to get this tower to fire into such a small unit. These are Yara Ashigaru is basically dead, sadly, but such is the truth. I'd love to be able to get them to help over here, but let's see if we can move past them and make sure they do not keep the tower back. A Nodachi unit can take out those retainers. And this unit can try to attack here. Yeah. The samurai unit, let's attack their Ashigari garrison. So we got a nice flank going here. Sadly, this unit will take quite some casualties, but let's see if we can get a few units here. Retainers are wavering. Probably have some units doing nothing. I think it might actually be fast just try to burn down the gates at this point. So let's try to do that. This one isn't a big... Since we can use the flame arrows, well, use them when we can, right? Well, that one missed. So our samurai are actually faring quite badly. Oh, the retainers, of course. You're allowed to retreat. You can withdraw, that's fine. This unit is completely burning through. I think we opened the gate. It's almost completely damaged. Well, actually, if you're not really routing, why don't you keep the town square? Yeah. They will probably need some help. Never mind, they don't need any help. Yeah, this is one. Let's skip ahead. Let's just retreat. A close victory, according to the game, but I think we all know that was a pretty easy victory. Although, to be fair, I could have fought that a lot more efficient and took a lot less casualties. Then again, the way we're able to catch the other army in the open there, very nice. I completely missed this unit. So many casualties. Let's see. Yeah, they performed pretty nice. These Yari also did very well. I mean, of course, we used them a lot more, but still, they got more kills than the cavalry, which generally take the most kills. So we wiped out that force, and we got a Sagami, which isn't worth a whole lot, but it has a ton of building slots available. So first up, an encampment, and the thing is, I enjoy firebomb throwers, but they're really not that useful as a unit. Let's see, I cannot see how long it takes to recruit them, but they're quite expensive as well. Same with the bulletproof samurai, not really worth it. But it might actually be worth to build this no Dache dojo here. Because then basically this province will be I think even better than our home province. Yeah, because this is they even have a castle already. But like I said, it's good to have a backup. And we are also very close to our goal for this war. Let's see if they actually want to. They're still friendly. They still do not want to trade.
There is always a welcome for you and a receptive audience for your ideas.
They do not want to declare war. Do they want to break their alliance with Hojo if I join your war? No. They're allied with Shimatsu. Let's hope they haven't grown out of proportion. They probably won't though. 5 turns until they are complete. However, it will probably be less if this completes before that. Sadly, this doesn't bring us a lot of money, but it does give us a lot of recruitment opportunities. We do not exempt this one. We are exempting this one. Is a problem at this point. We might minister them to the settlement, and generally monks do give a tiny bit of public order bonus. That means he is earning us 451. Before I forget it, I know we still have this naval blockade to worry about, so let's send up a navy that way. And we have prepared this navy. No, this one. So let's now repair this one. It's not damaged that much, but still. All in all, some very nice expansion, and it's very close to our desired province. Where is our Metsuke? He's over here. So it will probably be a good idea to conquer as much as we can, but we have to keep in mind this meter over here. Since if this fills up completely, everyone will basically go apeshit and declare war on us. Or go completely bonkers, basically. I'm not really sure why it keeps hanging so long on the Hojo turn. So the enemy keep throwing their Matsukes at our monk, but kind of failing. He's actually quite decent at conversion. Low assassinate chance, low assassinate chance. We might actually just try a conversion, see if it works. It works. Although this is the bigger target, or bigger threat, I should say. 26% to... Well, it is a 3-star ninja, which is proficient in assassinating. Let's see if we have a little bit of luck apprehension, and we do, although I'm not really super successful, but good enough. I'm really glad we took that castle when we did. I'm not saying that this is a problematic force, but it would have made it a hell of a lot more difficult if this force was present. Like, our Nodachi samurai will tear through their samurai no problem, but they would would take a lot of casualties and be occupied with them. And archer-wise, we should be fine as well. So that will only take 1 turn. This will take 2 turns. We are getting there. So they are building an encampment here. We do not have a lot of cash, so we need to be careful in what we build. So this province isn't worth much, but we do get a lot of repression because the castle has upgraded that much. So we're actually able to leave it without problem. I think we actually go for stables and make this so we can recruit spear cavalry and recruit katana cavalry as well. But most importantly, getting the Nodachi dojo up and running. Or that's more important, basically. Let's see if we can sabotage the small army. Nope. But it's very cheap. And if it succeeds, it's a good way to level our ninjas. See, they get a nice chunk of experience from that. And that also prevents them from moving, which is pretty useful. So this navy has been restored, but we really need to start to defend our port a little bit better. And now time to go on a little bit of an adventure. Make sure that the Hojo do not try to sneak an army into our homelands. Although this time we are actually, well, not so completely prepared, but they have a welcoming party, so to speak. So I'm not sure if they are going to move or if they are going to stay here. Let's try and attack, because I do not want them to be besieging us right now. So I think in this battle it will be important to try to rush these two units as fast as possible. And I think because this reinforcing army is trying to help these units, they will simply engage us. So we have a small defensive bonus there, I think. Am I also completely wrong? Let's try to conserve our Nadashi Samurai. Have these two do most of the work. This one be on a little bit of a rest as well. Maybe put a little cheeky flanking maneuver into the Ashigaru units. And, well, we can use all the Ashigaru units because they're kind of replaceable anyway. And if we recruit them from this province where we're currently in, they actually get some extra armor. So even it might actually be worth to have them take a little bit of losses so we can merge them a bit and then recruit some new ones with superior stats. Because also for the Ashigaru, they have a relatively low armor value, so every increase is substantially more beneficial to them than, let's say, Samurai with armor. I think Naginata Samurai have the highest base armor at 9, and general consensus is that armor above 9 has really diminishing returns and is generally not worth it. However, all of our units so far have a base below that. So that is very nice indeed. Now let's see. This is quite a bit of hilly terrain, so we need to be careful to not accidentally fight the larger army uphill. I think it would if we got into that situation, it would just be best to retreat, temporarily retreat, and have our cavalry try to harass their archers. Anyway, like I said, hopefully it will be okay. I would love to be able to rush them with our cavalry, but as that's a unit of Yari Ashigaru with them as well, not really worth it to lose our cavalry on that. So I actually don't even know where the enemy is reinforcing from, but this hill, if we're able to take it, that would be very beneficial to us. Even if we are tired when we stand on top of the hill, being tired on top of the hill is better than being fresh down the hill. Because if they're on top of the hill, we still need to get on top of that hill. And we'll still be tired, but then there will also be angry samurai, making it even harder to get there. There they are. Let's see, I think we are not going to make it there. So let's do a small detour and form up over on this small hill over here. Alright, group formation isn't working. I really hate how this just inverts. But let's do some manual placement and have these units as reserve, these like this, and let's see if we can maybe delay the enemy a little bit. And I'm probably forgetting a unit. Yes, same unit as always. So they're also rushing to reinforce because, again, if this is a very, very defensible spot. All right.
Our general is in grave danger, my lord!
Our goal was basically just to stop them from shooting and not really to wipe them out. Especially since they're starting to shoot our cavalry from behind them. But now our Yari are ready. Although our archers are also going to march into them, but that's okay. So we need to target their archers first. That is the biggest threat to us. This is some weird alignment we're having here. So nice. Alright, right. Let's see. They are a very nice target since they are in wall formation. They are targeting our... They are really ripping them to shreds. But charging up this hill is a bad idea. But these are now trying to chase our Nodachi samurai to kill them. Oh no, they were just aiming for the other ones. So these bow samurai are not really falling as quickly as I hoped. But these are coming down quite far. Let's see. They are all hidden. That's kind of useful. They're now shooting close range right into our units. Let's see if we can actually get up at still, because this isn't too bad of an incline to fight. This... Oh, they're fighting samurai, so they're pretty much doomed. But their archers are over here are almost done. They're actually holding out way better than I thought. So we shattered their archers. Let's see if we can get a nice little charge into their rears. Let's keep fighting. You just fall back. Archers. Please don't. Because right now we managed to shatter their bone samurai as well. We were not. Sadly, we did not, but they are moving up to us right now, so let's fall back a little bit. Our archers stand up on the wall, and or on the wall, on the hill. Let's form up our own walls now. Oh, these are Yari samurai, so they cannot form a wall. These didn't get out. Are these in wall formation? They're trying to be in wall formation, I guess, but let's have them fall back. Oh, please, too late. And now we can bring in the big guns. Should probably get all the bows on guard mode. They're actually, they're not so pretty okay. There we go. Yari samurai. You guys can shoot into that as well. Very nice. And time to run them all down. I think quite a lot of them got away, but so these are pretty active. Let's stop our units from firing because they are our own units in the back and they are still quite vulnerable to arrow fire. So we can speed this up a little bit. Please run. There you So we might be able to catch some of them. Nah, I think if... No, maybe. Not if they're taking their sweet ass time. I mean, maybe we got 2. Right, a little bit more than 2. I think we got most of them. There we go. Yeah, I agree. So I have to say, our Yari Ashigaru did surprisingly well in this battle. Fighting uphill. I mean, they were bowmen, but they were still samurai bowmen, so they are completely useless in melee combat. See that they're actually do very well. Let's see. Not completely wiped out though. And the reason why I always open the screen, or once you open the screen, is to try to assess if a unit has been pulling its weight, basically. So these Nodachi samurais didn't get a lot of kills. To be honest, did they really pull their weight? Not really, but they were very useful in the fact that they are very juicy targets for enemy archers, and we were able to kind of abuse it. But I not really intentionally did that. But I did want to chase down these Nodachi samurai with their own archers, which meant their archers marched out of their protected formation, so we were able to charge most of them with our Yari Ashigaru, which they were mostly ignoring, prompting to us having the missile superiority because our bowmen basically weren't being shot at because the enemy was shooting at Nodachi, which meant that we basically provoked the enemy into an attack. At that moment, we were able to retreat to our high ground and hold them off there. Although it didn't work out completely that way, some of us were still fighting uphill, but in the end, it did work out pretty well. Now, we're not able to besiege this castle in a single turn, it seems. But we will be camping outside because that maybe next turn we will be able to do so. Although then again, we might be able to chase them down. Let's just auto-resolve this. This isn't too much of a problem. Hopefully we'll be able to make... Oh, no, we are able to do it in one turn. Then again, if they do have a big army here, that might... Kinda wish I didn't assassinate over here right now. Do I take this chance? Yeah, let's be bold. That is a very bad move. Sadly, we're not able to make it back into our province. Oh, you win some, you lose some. They're definitely going to attack us over the end turn. Let's consolidate. We're pretty lucky we didn't take too much of a loss in the previous battle. Yeah, that was to be expected. Although we're not making any coin here. Oh, this is quite unfortunate. I'm not even going to try it. They did capture a lot of our ships. Oh god. We got very lucky. Very, very lucky there. I don't know what they were thinking by not attacking us. Anyway, let's clear this up. Not that it really matters at this point. Yes, that's fine. can take our time. Don't really need to clear this up right away, since we lost quite a lot of trade ships. Let's try to get those back a little bit. Yeah, attrition. Oh yeah, of course, in the sea. 164, that's not too bad. However, this is pretty bad. No, do not sabotage right now. You can try to assassinate him. It's a new... Let's see if this works. That is an oh, he even killed him instead of only wounding him. Very useful. Let's see who can make you useful. Assassination and avoiding detection. I have the feeling like ninjas get detected pretty easily anyway. Let's just go with more assassination, since that's how he also leveled up. So let's try to get this ninja into a bit of an assassinator. Assassinator, it sounds like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. Anyway, maybe he can try to solve it. Such low chances all around. Yeah, take the gates. But he got away. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 19. So we have one more unit. Could have remembered that. Like I said, armor value of 11 is a kind of bit of an overkill. Armor value of 7. I mean, they have been decently useful in the army thus far. They are quite expensive. I think I'm actually going to disband them and instead just recruit 2 armored Shigaru at this point. Your service has been wonderful. And let's have him try to demoralize the army. Let's get some demoralization going on. Very nice. He also increased in rank. Converting provinces and characters, or having more chance to detect ninja. That's good when going with more zeal. He is good at converting characters. let's see. Let's just go for it and rest. We might be able to use him later, just before Realm Divide starts, just to try to basically get revolt started in the Takeda area as much as possible. Anyway, I think this is the last turn of today. Yeah, it's not. We're not able to grab the capital. So for now, we are waiting until our army is back up to full strength before we launch another attack. We're not. We have to move out to launch the entire. Yeah, I think we have to move out, or maybe the Atsuka is in the way. Now we have to get out and spend a turn next to the settlement. So let's quickly check here. This is a pretty decent army. Well, we'll be able to see these Hojo firebomb throws in action. Ideally, they leave their settlement. That would be the ideal situation to get a field battle going. However, I think it is pretty unwise to try and besiege. To try and besiege them and through a winter turn, because that will gives a lot of attrition. And I'm not sure if we're able to force them into a battle just yet. I think we were best off trying to replenish our strength a bit, and maybe trying to get a ambush going as well. The problem is, the longer we wait, the more chance we have that another army is coming from the west. So that's so it's important to get our spy moving up so we can detect that, of course, as soon as possible. Thing is, yeah, they do have a lot of archer units. So besieging this castle will probably be very difficult. It might actually depend on the location, because if we got the same layout as the battle for Sagami, we should probably be able to sneak in through the back and capture the central plaza. But that is quite risky to do so. But maybe we'll have to try and see how this battle looks and do an assault. If it doesn't look winnable, we'll just retreat without actually engaging. That's also still possible. Anyway, that's all for now, folks, and I will see you next time.